All right, so welcome to today's special episode of Profit Acceleration Secret. And today we are conducting a profit acceleration coaching session. And I am absolutely delighted to welcome my guest, Miss Lisa Tinsley. Lisa, how are you doing today?
I'm great. How are you doing? It's good to
I,
be here.
I'm doing great. I was just saying, with the sunlight and that gorgeous smile, Lisa, I mean,
Thank you.
today's conversation is going to be on point. So I'm excited.
Awesome. Good. Yes, me too. I'm looking forward to an enlightening discussion and moving forward in my business. So thank you for the opportunity.
Absolutely. Well, Lisa, before we dive in, please just take a moment to introduce yourself, to give us an overview on exactly what your business is.
Okay. Well, hello. I am Lisa Tinsley, the founder of KISA News Radio. We're an online African American news and culture radio station that provides programming for the African American community through online radio, but also looking to go into podcasting. We have a newsletter and our website at kisaradio.com. We spell KISA KISA, and I got the name from, well, it's actually Swahili, from meaning history or narrative. And so it's just telling our stories through audio journalism, and saw that there was a need to be able to tell our stories online through audio journalism. And so that's why I launched KISA News Radio in 2017. Yeah.
All right, 2017. And just from my quick research, Lisa, now it looked like there were a few additional branches. Is it just KISA, or are there other elements of what you're building?
Okay, yes. So there are well, KISA is the big I guess what we call it, but yeah, exactly. Yes. And so under that, I'm looking to expand our newsletters to bring in additional income, and then but also looking for other revenue streams, because being in journalism, the industry just overall is declining as far as revenue, and just looking for creative ways to bring revenue in to help support our audio journalists and tell more stories.
All right. Now, fantastic.
Yeah.
And I'm curious, I do want to ask to the statement you just made, just the industry is in decline, being impacted, revenue wise specifically, but is there a specific thing? I know right now we have like the writer strike going on. Is it technology? Is it AI? Is it just the industry overall? What's causing the trend, I guess?
Yeah, so actually that's a good question. There are several factors. One, yes, AI is getting to be a disruptor as well. But what happened way back in the 90s, there was a Telecommunications Act that allowed companies to own several media platforms. And so there was a lot of downsizing, like the private equity to purchase, a company could purchase a newspaper, TV station, radio station in the same city. And so that allowed, that decreased opportunities for other other companies to just own their own TV station or newspaper. And so when you have a conglomerate like that, then they control advertising dollars, and then fewer dollars are pushed down to local outlets or also local news organizations to be able to produce more content.
All right, fantastic. And I love to dig a little bit deeper. Let me just give a shout out. We got some folks checking in with us already, Lisa.
Hi.
Ray Bruce. So, I love doing these live because folks are going to value of just hearing us. And I encourage everybody just to maybe drop some thoughts or questions, anything that is going to support this amazing journey that Lisa's on with her business.
Thank you.
But Lisa, let's dig a little bit deeper. So you mentioned a couple of, again, products and services that you're creating through KISA. What would you say, what's the core thing that you offer though? What's the primary model that you're trying to sell to keep your business thriving?
Yes, so I'm just selling our stories and our content. So just journalism through audio, but also on video, through video as well, and print. But print, I mean online through our newsletters, because there are revenue streams through newsletters by having subscribers and then getting advertisers that way. But also creating video content to be able to hopefully partner with some streaming platforms to be able to tell documentaries about stories that are affecting our community.
Okay. And is
Yeah.
this a local connection, local impact, or are you guys national? What's the reach at as of right now?
Yeah, actually, right now we're actually global, but that happened by mistake on it, really. When we first launched, most of our listeners were in the UK, and I really wasn't targeting the UK, but they found us online, which is really great. I really appreciate it. So I started off as national, but within like a year and looking at our stats and where our listeners were coming from, I
Hmm.
was like, okay, well, we're international, so let's go for it. So it kind of worked out well.
All right, that is
Yeah.
interesting. I wonder what's the appeal to folks in the UK. That's a unique demographic for maybe the
Yeah.
Black experience there versus here in America.
Well, I think what it was when I first started, I was doing a lot of music programming, like with like jazz and just Black music history programming. And
Okay.
I believe that drew in a lot of people from the UK to our programs. But since then, I've added more like international stories, primarily in Africa, and then but still the US, just highlighting stories here in the US. But I really would like to do more stories that happening like in the UK, but I have to get additional funding to be able to travel over there and get some stories.
All right, fantastic. Well, teach me this. I mean, given again the global mission that you're on now at this point, Lisa,
Yeah.
um,
Yes.
tell me about your perfect listener or your perfect customer profile. What
Oh.
does what does that person start to look like, or group of people start to look like for you?
Okay, yeah. So I've learned. I believe you're talking about my avatar. I believe is that right? That's correct.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Love it.
Okay, yeah. So I'm learning through all my business classes. So my avatar is the working professional between the ages of 35 to 64 that really wants to make an impact in their community. They're involved in community events. They're really involved in voting and making a change in their community, but they also love to travel, believe in family, believe in education, and also just opportunities for others. But the main thing is that they want to receive information and act upon what they have heard based on the facts, and then go out and make a change in their community.
All right, I love it. I love it. Lisa, let me just say I ask that question to almost every business owner that I talk to.
Okay.
And almost
Yes.
everybody fumbles. You handled it flawlessly. Great
Oh,
job.
thank you. Well. So for anyone listening, I would say that it has taken a lot of. I appreciate the compliment, but it's taken a lot of practice and really studying, like who I'm going after. Because maybe if you asked me like 5 years ago, I would have probably fumbled and not been clear. But after doing some research and actually doing a survey of my listeners, I kind of got an idea of who they are and what they're looking for,
Yeah.
and just going into the psychographics of them to kind of figure out to just learn more about who they are. So the psychographics are really important, and going beyond, like my avatar likes fine dining or drives a luxury car. I'm like, I want to learn more about what they do outside of all that stuff.
No, that is very, I mean, very intuitive is perfectly done. And that's a whole takeaway for all of our listeners.
Mhm.
Um, it's more than just saying, well, my perfect client is somebody with money. That's usually the answer I
Yeah.
get. No,
Okay.
no.
Yes.
Everything you just laid down, Lisa, is the truth. I love it.
Oh,
Um,
thank you. Thank you.
yeah. So teach me this, and then we're really going to dig into the barriers and opportunities for business growth, Lisa.
Okay.
Let's just say, the goal in our conversation today is really to help identify a couple of opportunities that will allow you to take the next steps forward. But
Right.
what does success look like? What does your business look like over the next maybe 12 or 6 to 12 months?
Yes. So the first thing that comes to mind for success, like over the next 12 to like 18 months,
Okay.
is developing an app and also bringing in advertising money through the app and also through our newsletters. Because I've always studied major news organizations to see what they're doing and to learn from that. And it's kind of like my way of saving money, because I watch what they do and see if the audience receives it or not, and then I kind of follow through on my end to say, okay, well, that worked for like the New York Times or the LA Times, and let me try to figure it out on my end, like what to do. So that has helped me to save money, and then I just execute. So right now I'm looking to focus on newsletters, because with newsletters, you're able to pass on that information, that data to advertisers, as far as like open click rates, and then with that you can sell that as a revenue stream. So right now, the next 18 months, I would say like by 2025,
Okay.
I want to expand. I mean, have money coming in from our newsletters and also revenue coming in from our app as well.
All right, fantastic. So with that being the big picture, what are some barriers standing in the way of hitting those goals right now?
Yeah, the barriers now is really financing and being able to build a staff to be able to hire a newsletter editor, and also finding audio journalists to be able to tell our stories. So yeah, the barrier is financing, and because with it really limits me with marketing, and also just expanding, because right now I'm doing most of everything, like everything.
Well, I was just going to ask, break down your team for us. Is it just you, or what's the current makeup?
Right now I am the team. So yeah, but I enjoy what I'm doing, but I'm just ready to expand, and also just bring in other people to help help me fulfill the vision, because because I love working with others to get ideas, but I want to be able to pay people fairly, for their time and expertise. So right now, I am the team, but I'm just praying that the right people will come in my life to be able to expand, and the funding will come, and then everything will be fine.
All right. So I won't knock the hope, but hope ain't a strategy. So let's talk a little bit more about it.
Okay.
For the game plan with building your team.
Yes.
Do you currently have your ideal org structure laid out, Lisa?
Yes. Yes. So should I go into detail with that?
Well, yeah. So your org structure,
Mhm.
titles, uh, descriptions, position descriptions laid out, or do you have those laid out, or what's the level of detail you've created?
Yes, yes. So right now I'm like in the preliminary stage of my organization as far as the layout.
Okay.
But the main thing is, the main two roles that I really need help with is executive editor, someone to be able to oversee the content. And then the next person would be a development person to be able to help find funds to be able to expand. So those are the two major jobs that I really need help with right now, as far as moving forward. Someone to help on the the journalism side, and then an equal partner to help on the fundraising and revenue side.
Okay, perfect. And are you
Yeah.
familiar with Profit First?
I'm sorry, profit first?
Profit First, yes, ma'am.
No. Mm-mm.
Okay, so let me encourage you to look up this model. I'll make some notes, and I'll send you some information following our show as well.
Okay.
But for all of my clients, really, as they are trying to figure out how to kind of go from solopreneur and then
Yes.
building out the team model,
Uh-huh.
one of the first conversations is, do we have our bank accounts organized in a way that we can start putting money, allocating money to the different buckets appropriately, right?
Okay.
Profit First, in my opinion, just offers a really good structure with essentially breaking your current business account, to
Okay.
break it up into 5 unique accounts. And so month to month, as you as you generate money, if it's coming through sales, if it comes through grant, loans, what have you,
Right.
organize all of those buckets appropriately to meet the needs of your business. So
Okay, that's good. Yeah.
yeah, so naturally the first one is just profit, right? We
Right.
need you to make money so you can stay active and alive as a business. So that's
Yes.
the whole concept of profit first. But then
Mhm.
there are other buckets like operational expenses, taxes, but the most important where I'm going is staff, right?
Yes.
So,
Uh-huh.
let's make sure we're allocating money towards the future staff that will give you all the support.
Hmm.
Um, I do like the idea of the business development person, though, Lisa, because
Okay.
you can always hire them at a discount and incentivize the heck out of them to ensure that they're going to perform for you. Uh,
Yes.
so those are just some quick thoughts on staff. But
Okay.
with all that being said, most small businesses start as solopreneur ventures. So
Yes. Uh-huh.
you're not in a lonely spot, but you're definitely not in a position that I don't want you to be there too long because I know your vision
Right.
is going to require a lot, and I don't want you to burn out.
Right. Yes. Well, thank you. Yes. Oh, and also I work full time too. So I have to give a shout out to all the full time people who are all also solopreneurs because it can be a challenge sometimes, but gotta keep moving forward.
Yeah, well, and I call them hustlepreneurs because they
Yes.
are working
Yeah.
full time, but they're hustling to get their business exactly where they want it.
Yes. Exactly. Absolutely.
All
Hmm.
right, a lot of respect there. Let me ask you this, because I was in the same thing just a few years ago, maybe I don't
Okay.
know, 6, 7 years ago myself.
Hmm.
Um, and so what I did, this is my quick story, but I encourage again for these serious business owners, which I know you are, Lisa,
Okay. Yes.
where you're kind of putting your money where your mouth is, right?
Right.
Um,
Uh-huh.
when I came up with, I called it my escape plan. This was my plan
Okay.
to escape corporate.
Uh-huh.
I started stealing time. So I would load up about 20 hours, 10 to 20 hours per week on my calendar that I
Okay.
would block, and I'd be in a meeting with myself doing business stuff, right?
Yes.
Get paid to build your business was the mindset.
Yes.
So just sharing that really quickly, but let me ask Lisa, have you laid out your escape plan? What does that
Yes.
start to look
I
like for you?
Yes, I have, and I'm so glad you brought up about the meetings with yourself. So I haven't quite done that yet, but I know during my lunch breaks, that's it's kind of like my KISA radio time. You make calls or go on emails, but also before and after work. So yes, as far as the escape plan, I have a plan. So just working toward that, not sure exactly when, but
Mhm.
uh, yeah, I'm just being optimistic.
Right. No,
Yes.
and definitely, I want to say at the time I gave myself like a 5-year runway to hit the
Okay.
goal
Yes.
that would allow
Yeah.
me to escape my corporate job.
Right.
Again, hustlepreneur mindset. I was able to do it in 3, but like
Nice.
every day, Lisa, I just looked at that goal. I needed this much money in the
Yeah.
bank, or I needed to have
Yeah.
this many potential clients lined up, and I was making it.
Right.
So, no, I love
Yeah.
that. Let me remind me, where are you located, Lisa? Is it?
Atlanta, Georgia.
Oh, now I feel bad. We could have met up in person and had this conversation.
Ah,
Uh,
okay.
uh,
Yeah, that's where I believe we can. What got your email? Was it through Operation Hope? I believe.
perfect. Yes, ma'am. Got it.
Okay. Yes. And okay. Yeah. I'm
All
sorry.
right. Well, so no, that's even better. I have a number of resources. Again, following our show, I'll
Mhm.
get you connected with a number of groups that I think are going to be beneficial. Just as you are doing more of your business development. Um,
Right.
yeah. So sorry, that's what I wanted to ask. For a second, I was thinking you were in Virginia, which I have some resources in Virginia as well.
Okay.
Um,
Uh huh.
yeah, but right here in hometown, even better.
Okay.
Um,
Yes. Okay.
Yeah, Lisa, I want to switch gears. I want to talk about your marketing opportunities real quick.
Okay. Yes.
So teach me really quickly, what are you doing for marketing?
Well, right now I'm focusing on social media. That's been my biggest thing. But as far as marketing, I am planning to start doing events at the Rice Center. And for people who are watching, that's the Russell Innovation Center for Entrepreneurs here in Atlanta, and looking to bring some programming there. And I believe that will help with my marketing. And because I'm not really a marketing. I'm slowly learning about do's and don'ts of marketing. So I want to get more into like events that will help market the radio station and give us more exposure that way. So yeah, like doing more community events, but centered around topics that affect the African American community.
All right. So let me put your nerves at ease about this first thing.
Okay.
Um, Lisa, every time you open your mouth, you are marketing.
Oh yes, that's
So
okay. That's good to know. Yes. Uh-huh.
So I
Yeah.
just say that because, again,
Yeah.
I already just the way that you're presenting, your business and everything that you're
Mhm.
focused on.
Right.
Like I will be checking out KISA after our
Oh,
show just to learn
thank
more.
you. Yes. Thank you.
But so a couple of things. So when you say social media, so what are you
Mhm.
doing on social media specifically? Let's start there. But I love your vision for events. I am a huge fan of events, but
Okay. Mhm.
let's start with the social media side.
Yes. Yeah, so I was sleeping on social media for like years, and because I'm not a very social media savvy type person. I log on to Facebook like once a week, and then I'm like, okay, I'm good. But but my mentor was telling me that I need to just get in and just show more about what we're doing, and also show more of myself because people like to see the people behind the brand or the product. And so my goal for this month, well, for August, is to just go all in with doing more videos on YouTube and also Instagram. I haven't really gotten on TikTok, but I'm going to focus on YouTube because with building my subscriber count and videos, I know I can bring in revenue from there. And
Mhm.
then also, I've gotten good traction on Instagram as far as just doing little highlights. And then, but really go all in on LinkedIn because my audience is really on LinkedIn.
Yes.
And I plan on doing like live events or live interviews, kind of like our discussion today on
Right.
LinkedIn, to be able to draw in an audience and have more like deep dive conversations on LinkedIn and YouTube. And then on Instagram, because I've learned with social media, you can't just put one thing on all platforms and think it will stick. So the IG audience, as my friend told me, like like the IG audience just wants to see highlights
Yeah.
and maybe read a few sentences. Where on LinkedIn, we can go on LinkedIn and read like paragraphs and we're good. So, so kind of knowing what works on which platform has been a new um, like strategy for me. And so from August until the end of the year, well, further, but I'm just going all in on social media, LinkedIn, YouTube, and Instagram.
Okay. Well, I'll
Yeah.
give you that. So for a second, I thought you were going to
Okay.
keep going. LinkedIn, YouTube, Instagram, then TikTok, and then Facebook, and
Yeah.
so so the way that I coach personally, Lisa, is I tell my clients you got two channels.
Okay.
So, but I'll give you three because it sounds like what you're doing can be connected. Even like right now in this moment, we
Hmm.
are currently broadcasting to Facebook, LinkedIn, and YouTube. Um,
Yes.
so, that's an example of like, even, I'm kind of biting my own tongue on that one.
Mhm.
Um, but to do the live events, connecting the dots, especially, the platform I'm using here is StreamYard.
Yes.
There are a couple of others that do very similar.
Mhm.
I like that for what you're building.
Thank you. Thank you. Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Yeah. I'm okay.
Well, I was going to say my thought behind it though is I want to go back to your client avatar. So
Okay.
where's your clients hanging out at? That was my follow up question for you.
Yes, that's a good question. They are on YouTube. So I did a survey of my audience to find out like where they go for news. And I was really surprised that out of all the participants that responded, like 52% were going on YouTube for their news. So when I saw that, I was like, I gotta pivot and just go to YouTube. And so my plan for also August is to be able to stream the radio station live on YouTube. And I believe that will bring in more people to be able to tune in. And then also, I'm sorry, what was supposed to say? I've lost my train of thought. Um, but yeah. So YouTube. Oh, and also LinkedIn, because with LinkedIn, my articles do really well on there as far as people reading them. And like I say, Instagram is just like the highlight of the day, just a little appetizer type thing.
All right. So for each of the platforms, let's maybe I'm gonna corner my conversation really around a LinkedIn mindset, but I think it will
Okay.
extend over to YouTube very easily.
Yes. Okay.
Have you already laid out your content calendar for, you said August moving forward? Have you already kind of laid that out?
Yes, I have. Yeah, that's a good question. I have, and that took me a while to complete. So, but it's definitely necessary because I plan on doing some batch recordings of like some news stories and inspirational messages, and having that content calendar really help to like say, okay, I should do X amount of videos like every day, every week, to be able to fill out my content calendar. So yes, I'm very familiar with that, and it's very helpful. So it's a good recommendation for people watching. I highly recommend it because it will save you time in the long run.
All right, fantastic. If you're okay
Mhm.
with it, Lisa, I'd love to send you a resource that I share with business owners as well.
Okay.
It is specifically a LinkedIn content calendar.
Okay.
So,
Uh-huh.
regardless of what you said, I was going to say, Lisa, I'm sending you some extra because I mean, August is tomorrow. So
Yes. Yes.
wanted to make sure you had the runway built out, but again, carving out, we're not getting on camera to do TikTok dances or I don't know if you've
Mhm.
seen this new NPC trend that's going on where people are acting like avatars. We are business owners. So
Right.
the content that we create, it needs to be aligned with, the desires of our customers, the
Yes.
value we offer through our business. So
Hmm.
yeah, this content calendar I'll send you. I've
Okay.
used it for ages and it's always fresh because
Oh,
it
good.
translates over and over again.
Okay.
Um,
Perfect. Yeah, I'd love to check it out. I'm always up to learning new things. So, yeah, definitely forward that to me. That would be nice.
Fantastic. And then Lisa, are you on Alignable? Are you familiar with that website?
No, I've heard of it, but I'm not sure exactly what it is.
All right. So my quick sale is it is the first feeling is that it's going to be like LinkedIn, but trust me when I say that it's not. I think personally
Okay.
it's very much more engaging than LinkedIn. Um,
Wow. Okay.
I think it's very much meant for business to business relationships.
Hmm.
I think it's worth you also checking out to get some really good traction there. But I facilitate along with some colleagues. I facilitate a community for
Okay.
Black business owners.
Uh-huh.
We have 30,000 plus businesses already connected in there.
Wow.
So
Okay. Yeah.
yeah, following our show here, I'll get you connected into that group as well.
Okay.
Again, just to build relationships, but to highlight the great things you're doing, I think it'll be
Yeah.
a great alignment.
All right. Cool. Yeah, I'll definitely check it out. Yeah, that'd be nice.
All right.
Yeah.
Sorry, and I got to make myself notes as I talk because
That's
I'll forget
okay.
until I rewatch this conversation.
Right.
Let me stop there really quickly, Lisa. I
Okay.
guess teach me, so outside of social media, the live
Mm.
event opportunities, and I'm still going to dig a little deeper on live events. Anything
Okay.
else that you're thinking, or are those really the gist of everything for now, for the moment, for marketing?
Yeah, for marketing, yeah, that's really it for right now, as far as like the short term plan. Because I know once I have more exposure, then more dollars will come in, and I'll be able to do a lot more. But as far as the short term, that's really what I have right now, planned.
All right, and then
Yeah.
you have all your offer packages already set up so that
Yes.
investor business can plug in.
Yes. Yeah. As far as like our radio content, I
Right.
have like a media kit and all that good stuff, to pass on to them.
All right, fantastic. So with your
Yeah.
live events, walk me through that. Then what's the framework, specifically the live face-to-face events that you're planning to set up?
Yeah, so yeah, thank you for asking that question. I'm looking to create like just community conversation type events. So like here in Atlanta, people might have heard about Cop City and which is the Atlanta Police Department building a training facility here in the city of Atlanta and part of DeKalb County. And so, but a lot of people that I talk with do not really, they hear about it, but they don't know all the details about it and like the facts of what it is and its impact for the city and then for the county, DeKalb County. So I want to have conversations with leaders in the community, like the mayor or a city council person, and maybe someone from Atlanta Police Foundation to be able to come and discuss like the plans for the facility, and but also just give the community information about the project. And so I use it as an example to be able to go around the country and just have community conversations about issues that are affecting us, whether it could be like transportation inequalities, health inequalities, about the closing of rural hospitals, like issues affecting persons who are disabled, also food insecurities, and just a wide variety of issues that affect our community. And I just want to have conversations with people to come in and just give us the facts about a case, but also things that our community can do to make a change, for all involved and for neighborhoods across the country.
Okay, fantastic.
Yeah.
I definitely see that journalistic side coming out of you. So, um,
Yes. Uh-huh.
no, I love that, and I think one, your connection with the Rice Center is perfect for a lot of what you just said there.
Thank
Um,
you. Thank you. Yes. We're working on it. We're going to make it happen. We're working on it.
all right, now I think your struggle and your opportunity, but your struggle is
Uh-huh.
going to be trying to build out all of those variety of segments, still kind of being a solopreneur, a hustlepreneur.
Yes.
Um,
Yeah.
but the more you could tag on, and I would say, when you start targeting at the national level, it's going to be
Hmm.
really, really interesting. Like I could easily see, like, if maybe it's a future conversation with the president for the U.S. Black Chamber of Commerce, Ron,
Yes.
for
Ron
example.
Busby. Yes.
But I can see all of that connecting very well, at least at a minimum for the national scale that you're building.
Yes.
But I don't want you to strain yourself out. So I guess
Right.
my thinking is, similar question to the content calendar. Do
Mhm.
you have kind of like a live event calendar saying, this month I'm going to focus on this month, the next
Yeah.
concept, etc.
Yes, actually not at this time, but actually it is in the progress. So I mean, sorry, in progress, because I'm working with my program manager at the Rice Center to like lay out programs we can do at Rice.
Okay,
So
nice.
that is it is a work in progress. I'll just say that. And but I'm looking to do my main event is on Giving Tuesday, and so Giving Tuesday is the Tuesday after Black Friday, after Thanksgiving. And so it's really a yearly event that I have where I do like a social media marathon, and I interview people every half hour for 12 hours, and just highlighting Black excellence within our community through nonprofits to CEOs, and looking to do it live this year from the Rice Center. So yeah, those are some of the things I have going on as far as programming and planning out for the year, but also partnering with the Rice Center as well.
All right, fantastic. And are
Yeah.
you going to be looking at sponsors for those events as well?
Oh yes, yes. So if you know anybody that wants to sponsor, just bring them along. but
Well,
but yes, I am working on that now, sponsorships, and also getting my list of people to interview, on that day as well.
all right, fantastic.
Yes.
Those are, I mean, I want to go deeper, but I know I want to manage time appropriately in this conversation.
Okay. Yeah.
My offer to you with that, Lisa, is just as you continue to take steps. I know, I'm connected into the Rice Center as well, but if I can be
Okay.
a support while you're building out that part of your journey, because
Yes.
I say this often to my clients and to just anybody who's willing to listen long enough, at least.
Uh-huh.
Every small business owner, I think, could benefit from having either a podcast and
Yes.
or doing live events. So
Yes.
what you're doing from a marketing strategy, it is to me it's relationship marketing, really.
Right.
But
Yes.
it is
Uh-huh.
hands down just a great way to go. And I love the feedback your advisor gave you as well about you showing up and you being either on camera or you personally being in front of folks.
Yes.
Because as soon as you came on here, I saw the sunlight and I saw the smile, and I was like, I like her already.
Oh,
I'm already dear to you, right?
thank you.
And
Thank you. Thank you. Yes.
yeah, and that's the power of the podcast. That's the power of the live interviews. That's the power of live
Yes.
events. Is that when
Exactly.
you're able
Yes.
to, sense your energy, sense your focus and your goals, it's gonna be
Yes.
lights out, Lisa. I'm not even getting this. What I hear is I just need to make sure I'm financially stable long enough to build this team and to get the
Yes.
traction that I'm looking for. But
Yeah.
I feel like this is a time play. This isn't you got the right chops. So
Thank you. Thank you. Yes. And I really, I appreciate everything that you said, because it's really all about the journalists that we're able to support, and just getting the message out to just encourage our audience to be able to support journalists, and to tell these stories, and not just relying on other news platforms to tell our stories. And so I really just want to raise funds to be able to get my colleagues out in the field, to be able to write and record, and just enlighten our community. That's really what it's all about.
all right, fantastic. Well, Lisa,
Yeah.
today we talked on a number of different things, from the profit first methodology. Again, I made myself a note to just send some more high level information for you to dig into.
Yes.
Laying out your ideal org structure, which it sounds like
Hmm.
you already have a model for, but the positions, the roles, the opportunities, the pay structure, but
Yeah.
that business development person and that editor, those sounds like your top two priorities.
Yes.
So
Yes.
leveraging, how can we get that business development person on the cheap? And then
Yes. Yes.
incentivize and pay for performance model. From
Yeah.
marketing, I do have an extra marketing resource, Lisa, that I love to share with you.
Okay.
It's just a simple video, but it's called "Everything You Know About Marketing Is Wrong." And what
Okay.
it what
Yes.
it really
That's
teaches,
me.
yeah, what it really
Uh-huh.
teaches is, when we have an emphasis around the problems that our customers and clients have that they don't want, and the
Right.
solutions that they want but they don't have, if we can fill that gap as business owners, that's
Yes.
going to be our sweet spot that will help us take many, many steps forward really quickly.
Exactly.
I
Yes.
love to share that. So just that was a quick, your content calendars, your live event strategies, but
Mhm.
just a quick rehash of a lot of things we've just kind of gone around the block on. Um,
Right.
Based on all of that, Lisa, what's one or two things that you're taking away from this conversation that you think will help you with some of your next steps?
Yeah, so that's another good question. So I would say the first takeaway is just to really keep going, because actually you by doing this is it's always like a reminder to me that to keep going and that I'm really like on the right track, hopefully. So it's kind of encouraging for me. But yeah, just to focus on social media, YouTube, and bringing in revenue from those those platforms, and then also just expanding our newsletter to be able to expand our audience, and then with the newsletter, working on the live events that will bring in a wider audience as well. So just showing up and being like going online and just creating these events, I believe will take me to the next level, as far as expanding KISA and what we have planned for the future.
Well, I personally believe that, and I mean, I have the opportunity to coach a lot of folks around how to leverage live events
Yes.
for their
Okay.
business success, and I mean, it goes without saying that if you're willing to just put yourself out there to build authentic relationships with prospects, with clients, even with strategic partners, and I didn't even think that
Yes.
about strategic partnerships, but the live event strategy, Lisa, I think it's going to do wonders.
Yes.
We'll talk a little bit after we kind of end this broadcast, but
Okay.
I'm going to make sure you have my number, my email address. Anything
Yes.
that you need while you're building it, you are always welcome to just reach back out, because all of the strategies we just talked about are things very similar to how I've built my business and the things that I coach my clients on for their businesses. So I will say personally, keep going. You're hitting in the right areas. If whatever I could do to help you kind of take a couple of leaps forward, I just want to make sure you have all my contact. But Lisa, I'm really, really excited about what you're doing.
Well, thank you. Yeah, and I've been. This is exciting just to talk with you. I appreciate the advice and anything to help, and I will definitely be following up with you, especially regarding the live events, because that's what I need help with as well. So, always looking to just connect. So I appreciate the opportunity to come on and speak as well.
All right. Well, now, Lisa, before we wrap everything up, I would love if you could share with our audience just everything that they can do to follow you, to connect with you, and then we'll officially sign off.
Okay, okay, yes. Well, thank you all for watching or listening. And I am Lisa Tinsley, the founder of KISA News Radio. You can follow us online at KISA News Radio on Instagram, LinkedIn, YouTube, and Facebook. We're on Facebook as well. But also visit our website at KISA. It was KISA radio.org. You can tune in to our radio station. We're on 24/7. You can view our news articles on the website, and just feel free to follow us and comment. We love the comments, and we appreciate your support. And just remember that it's really important to support like Black owned media, and because it is a challenge as far as getting advertisers to be able to support our programming. So anything you can do to support, you can donate on our website, or just follow and like us, and we appreciate that support as well. And thank you, Jarvis, for the opportunity. It's been really great.
No, Lisa, I appreciate you. I appreciate your vision and what you're building for our community.
Yes.
So, like I said, hang on. I got a couple of wrap up notes. I feel like I got more to do out of this conversation with all my follow up for you, but
Yeah.
it's an honor and a pleasure for everyone out there who is plugging into this conversation. I just want to say thank you for making us a part of your day. So,
Yes.
until next time, this is Jarvis and Lisa, and we're wishing you all more leads, more customers, and more profits. Take care, everyone.
Yes. Thank you. Goodbye.